Trouble mounting right there for actor Shilpa Shetty in the high-profile porn film Racket involving her husband Raj Kundra. On Friday, Shilpa Shetty was grilled for over 5 hours by the Mumbai crime branch. The cops questioned the actor whether she was aware of the porn film Racket or not. Saurav with a complete report.
Famous for her yoga routines, Shilpa Shetty is in a bind. She finds herself caught in the twist of the porn film scandal involving her husband Raj Kundra. After her cryptic Instagram post on surviving challenges broke the internet, Shilpa Shetty found Mumbai Police officials knocking at her door with her husband, who will now stay in jail till July 27th. India Today has learnt that Shilpa Shetty was grilled along with her husband by the Mumbai crime branch. Her statement was also recorded. India Today has accessed the full details of Shilpa's questioning. She was asked if she was aware of the porn film Racket run by her husband. For how long did she serve as a director of her firm, Vian? Why did she resign as the director of the firm in 2020? Did she profit from the porn film Racket running under her nose? The Mumbai crime branch also raided Kundra's Vian office and claimed that porn data worth 1 terabyte was being deleted after the business tycoon's arrest. The investigators are also probing if revenue running into crores of rupees was diverted to online cricket betting business being run by Kundra.
After taking down statement of actress Shilpa Shetty, Mumbai Police will verify her statement. They'll be also looking whether any profit was credited in her account. The Mumbai Police is also looking into this angle, whether the profit earned by Raj Kundra from this pornography racket was diverted into cricket betting. With camera person Vijay Desai, this is Saurav in Mumbai for India Today.
The Raj Kundra porn scandal has opened a can of worms on the OTT porn industry. Several OTT apps have mushroomed, especially during the pandemic, that offer erotic content and explicit videos at affordable prices. With pornography banned in India, these apps have filled that gap.
Raj Kundra and his Hot Shots app raked in lakhs by hosting explicit and erotic content. Like Hot Shots, online streaming platforms became a permanent feature of the lives of everyday Indians as people were forced to stay at homes due to the ongoing pandemic. Numerous OTT apps mushroomed that targeted the men with mobile phones and a 4G connection. It was a boom that went largely unnoticed until Raj Kundra's arrest. After pornographic websites were taken down by the Indian government, app-based porn platforms became popular. And businessmen like Kundra found an untapped market and started releasing bold and erotic films to cater to this audience. Some of these apps use servers outside India to broadcast their content. Production houses were already testing waters in erotica as they released content on apps like Alt Balaji and MX Player. In fact, one of the most popular shows of Ekta Kapoor's Alt Balaji is Gandhi Baat, which has had 6 seasons so far and is one of the most popular erotic shows.
Unfortunately, no one sees Mom and they all ask about Gandhi Baat. It was, when it launched till now, it just trended on IMDb more than Sacred Games, I think, at #1, which just goes to see how obsessed we are about sex. I actually believe that sex can be different for different people. Somebody likes a sweet soft, and I really think we should keep sex as content, can be like hardcore as long as it doesn't promote aggressiveness. That, my friend, I try to see doesn't happen. And that is a part of misogyny. So I never have any sexual content or even suggestion. No rape jokes, no jokes on women being forced. But as far as sex goes, I think any kind of sex, as long as you're getting it from the screen and not forcing yourself or even your own wife, is great.
Then came Ullu and a myriad of other streaming apps that pushed the boundary a little further. Out-of-work actors also jumped on the bandwagon, and starlets like Poonam Pandey and Sherlyn Chopra got their apps developed by Arms Prime. Even though the government is trying to sniff out these apps, as long as there is a demand for raunchy content, such applications would continue to flourish. Entertainment Bureau, India Today.
Incessant rain across Maharashtra has led to flooding in several districts, resulting in the death of at least 120 people. The rain caused significant loss of property as well. Rescue operations are underway. Take a look.
For 3 days, coastal Maharashtra has been the epicenter of the havoc caused by heavy rains. More than 120 people have lost their lives in the heavy flooding and landslides. More than 50% of Chiploon in Ratnagiri is submerged underwater after the town received more than 300 mm rains in 24 hours between July 22nd and 23rd. When India Today reached the town, its residents were battling to set their lives in order.
हमने तो प्रिकॉशन ले ली थी. 2 रैक जो हमने पूरे खाली किए थे और 50% जो माल इधर का था वो हमने घर में लिया था, लेकिन घर में भी पानी भर गया और 10-12 फीट पानी 24 घंटे घर में था और इधर भी वही सिचुएशन थी.
Damaged vehicles were a common sight on the streets. Multiple rescue teams have been deployed in the town. Indian Air Force and Navy teams are also helping in evacuating people stranded in the floods.
We somehow reached to the base location and we started the rescue there itself. It was a very tough time in the late hours because we had zero visibility and we couldn't manage either ways because there were a lot of rains. We had a clogged cars, we had zero visibility and hence we tried to rescue the best out of it.
सर अभी तक हमने 50-60 लोगों को बचा है और वृद्ध अलग है, छोटे बच्चे अलग है, इसमें बहुत सारे थे.
Policemen joined the rescue operations, taking many patients to safety from hospitals. The situation is critical not just in Ratnagiri. In Kolhapur, 47 villages have been cut off. Landslides in Racket district have killed more than 35 people, and massive search and rescue mission led by the NDRF, Indian Army and Navy is on for the 30 missing residents.
Continuous heavy rainfall has caused havoc in this region. Such landslides have added difficulties to the rescue operation. But somebody has rightly said, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. With cameraman Vaibhav Kangudkar, this is Pankaj Khelkar reporting from Ground Zero in Chiploon, Ratnagiri for India Today.
Incessant rains have triggered flash floods in Telangana, taking a toll on several districts of the state. Amidst the worrisome situation, government has deployed NDRF to rescue the people in distress. Here is a news report.
These images from Telangana's Asifabad are not for the faint-hearted. This man stuck in the middle of a road. Against him, a ferocious current. He tries to move towards safety. But in the end, his efforts go in vain. Incessant rains for the past few days have triggered floods in low-lying areas of Telangana. The worst hit are the catchment areas of the Godavari and Krishna rivers. These houses, nearly submerged in the water, reveal the magnitude of the crisis. In Vemulavada, 14 people who ventured out in the river for fishing soon found themselves marooned. Thanks to the quick relief operation by the local police, they were all rescued. Similar images came from Pedapalli. Here the NDRF came to the rescue of 40 people working at Godavari Khani, Malkapur. They were brought to safety wading through stomach-deep water. With Ashish Pandey in Hyderabad, Bureau Report, India Today.
India Today gets the exclusive footage of Taliban terrorist training video. Taliban is training terrorists with sophisticated weapons like rocket launchers and AK-47. Taliban is now claiming to have control of more than 400 districts in Afghanistan. Here's a news report.
This is not a military drill by a professional army. The uniform-clad men undergoing rigorous training on how to fire weapons are Taliban terrorists. The propaganda video of Taliban terror training camp at an undisclosed location, released by its channel Al Amira, is breaking the internet. The Taliban terrorists are being trained for everything to do with warfare, from using AK-47 rifles to pounding targets with rocket launchers. The 24-minute terror training video captures masked Talibanis dressed as commandos being briefed on how to carry out mass killings. Many of those trained in these camps are already deployed as fighters across Afghanistan. The training video, which has alarmed global security experts, comes at a time when the Taliban is gaining control of more and more Afghan territories. The United States, which has pulled out 95% of its troops, has admitted to Taliban control across 400 districts of the landlocked country. Bureau Report, India Today.
India Today is the only channel in strife-torn Afghanistan bringing you exclusive coverage. India Today's Ashraf Lani and Tariq Lone visited the country's fifth largest city, Jalalabad, and found out how Afghan Sikhs, a religious minority, are forced to flee their homeland of centuries due to Taliban terror. Watch this ground report.
Jalalabad, the fifth largest city of Afghanistan, seems like any other city of the war-torn country. Fear of Taliban's advance is palpable in the air. The community that has been hit the most are the Afghan Sikhs. On July 1st, the city was rocked by a grenade attack in a Sikh locality, injuring many. And now, hopes of normalcy hang by a thread.
डर भी है, इसी हम लोग इसी तरह रहते हैं इधर ही, क्या करें, मजबूरी है और कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है इधर, बस लोग हैं हमारे अपने सब दोस्त हैं और लोगों से मुश्किल नहीं है। यहाँ प्रॉब्लम है, सरदार इधर नहीं रहते हैं, घर मर सब चले गए, इधर कोई भी नहीं है।
In the early 70s, Afghan Sikhs amounted to significant portion of Jalalabad's population, but now only a fraction remains.
कितने फैमिली चले गए वापस इंडिया?
है जो बोल के 40-50 फैमिली बोल के गजनी से काबुल से।
यहाँ पर जो उनका बिजनेस वगैरह था, यहाँ प्रॉपर्टी, तो उसका क्या किया?
सारा सब ने ले लिया है, सब बेच दिया है, सब मुस्लिम ने ले लिया, सब बेच दिया है।
आज ही तो बड़े चौतर रह रहे हैं, जो अफगानिस्तान बड़े ऐसी रह रहे हैं, कदीम तो रह रहे हैं, सारे कितने पुश्ती इधर रह रहे हैं और बाकी जो है बहुत फैमिली हैं चले गए सब.
India Today also visited one of the oldest Gurudwaras of Jalalabad. This Gurudwara was constructed in 1520 AD when first Sikh Guru Nanak Dev visited this place.
The recent developments and the withdrawal of US troops from Afghanistan, they are in tough times and are desperate to move out from this place. In fact, during the last 3 months, more than 80 families have sold everything here and have went back to India, where they have to make new beginning. Taliban forces are facing tough challenge all across Afghanistan. Whenever the Taliban gets the chance, they are attacking the different posts, mostly the far-flung areas in the Afghanistan, and they are being responded by the Afghan army. But one thing, what is with the Taliban is that they are not aware when they are going to attack them and when the Afghan army has to respond these attacks. With Tariq Lone, Ashraf Wani for India Today in Afghanistan.